Hello, my name is Nancy Mahoney, and I warmly welcome you to this informational presentation about our Young Fives program in kindergarten. Clarkson is a place where our #1 priority is children. We believe that every child matters in our learning environments. We are very excited to build relationships, and knowing your child's talents, interests, and dreams will make those relationships stronger. The start to school is vital, and we will make sure that school is a place of safety, love, and growth. This will be a great experience for all of us. The purpose of this presentation is for you to gain an understanding, a strong snapshot of our Young Fives and kindergarten experiences and our registration process. To help kick this presentation off, I would like to now introduce our Superintendent of Clarkson Community Schools, Dr. Sean Ryan, followed by our Board of Education President, Mrs. Kelly Horst.
Hello, I am Clarkson Community Schools Superintendent Sean Ryan, and I am honored to be among the first to welcome you to our Clarkson High School classes of 2034 and 2035. As you're about to discover, there is something special about Clarkson. Many of our educators live in Clarkson and are raising their own families in Clarkson. We are uniquely connected to this extraordinary learning community, and we care deeply about providing a high-quality education. From the minute you walk through our doors, you are a treasured member of our family. Your child will be known, respected, and nurtured throughout his or her academic career. We are committed to the well-being of our students in the classroom and in their lives outside of school. I hope you enjoy hearing about the incredible learning experience that is Clarkson Kindergarten and Young Fives. I look forward to partnering with you and building a lasting relationship to help your child succeed. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kelly Horst, President of the Clarkson Board of Education. On behalf of the board, I bring greetings to the families of the classes of 2034 and 2035. Sound impossible? At one time it did to me too. But in a few short months, my baby will be walking across the stage in a cap and gown as part of the class of 2021. My son now towers over me at 6 feet tall, but to this day, every time I look at him, all I see is my chubby-cheeked 5-year-old, so eager to head off to Jan Finney's kindergarten class at Springfield Plains Elementary. It's that enthusiasm and joy for learning that I know our kindergarten and Young Five teachers will instill in your students come this fall. I was asked recently what my favorite place was on our many campuses. I said without a doubt, our kindergarten and Young Five classrooms. It's my version of the happiest place on earth. I believe school should be magical, especially for our youngest learners. I know there's been a lot of change in our schools over the past year, and I can't promise more change won't come before we welcome your students in a few short months. But here's what I can promise. Your sons and daughters will be loved and cared for in our buildings. They will get excited about learning in our classrooms. And there is no one in our school district with more magical powers than a kindergarten teacher. It's our collective vision at Clarkson Community Schools that when our students graduate, they're well prepared for a future that excites them and believe that they can achieve their dreams. Making that vision for a reality for your child begins on the very first day of school. So whether your child will be a Springfield Plains Dolphin, an Independence Elementary Bronco, or an Andersonville Eagle, a Bailey Lake Bulldog, a Clarkston L Dragon, a Pine Knob Tiger, or a North Sashabaw Wildcat, you will be joining an amazing school family. I am thrilled to welcome you to Clarkson Community Schools.
2016 probably seems like yesterday, when your child was born and now it is time to start school. It is Clarkson's practice that we follow the state of Michigan guidelines for placement when our 4- and 5-year-old children begin school this fall. As you can see here, there are 3 scenarios that I would like to explain. Children turning 5 years old prior to June 1 enter kindergarten. Children turning 5 years old between September 1 and December 1 enter Young Fives. And children born between June 1 and September 1 the summer months have the option to enter young fives or kindergarten. There is no doubt that school in 2020-2021 looked different for learners of all ages due to COVID-19 pandemic. In order to keep our students, staff, and community safe, Clarkson Community Schools, like most other public districts, implemented a mask policy that required everyone on our campuses to wear a mask, unless they were eating or drinking, taking a socially distanced mask break, or if they are unable to medically tolerate a mask. You can see that our students were pretty comfortable in their masks, and even with these new protocols, they enjoyed a rich academic and social experience at school. We don't know what the future holds. Our hope is to return to a more normal school atmosphere next year. And so for the purposes of the rest of this presentation, you will see photos taken before the pandemic to give you an idea of a typical young fives or kindergarten experience. In Clarkson, we are fortunate to have two excellent entry points for our children to begin their formal schooling. I would like to introduce two of our finest teachers who will share information about our Young Fives program and kindergarten. Welcome Mrs. Michelle Acethorp and Mrs. Abby St. Aubin.
Thank you, Mrs. Mahoney. Parents, Abby and I have been in your shoes. We're both former Young Fives parents and both teachers of young children. We're excited to share information about what Clarkson has to offer for Young Fives and kindergarten. My name is Michelle Acethorp. I teach Young Fives at Springfield Plains Elementary. This is my 4th year there and my 19th year in Clarkson. Here you will also see a picture of my family. My husband is a 5th grade teacher. We have 3 children. 2 of my children attend Sashabaw Middle School, and my youngest goes to Springfield Plains with me. At one time, I was a parent of a young fiver. My daughter went through Young Fives. We wanted her to have an opportunity to grow in her self-confidence and self-esteem. It was the perfect thing for her.
Hi, my name is Abby St. Aubin, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at North Sashabaw Elementary. Here's a picture of my family. My husband is also a teacher. I have 2 children. My oldest attends Sashabaw Middle School, and my youngest attends Independence Elementary. My daughter began her school experience as a Young Fives student in Clarkston. Her Young Fives experience prepared her to begin kindergarten the following year with so many amazing skills. During this presentation, we take a close look at what makes Young Fives in kindergarten so special and unique.
Over the years, we have talked to many families who are curious about the differences and similarities between Young Fives and kindergarten. Today, let's take a close look at some of these questions. In the photos Abby and I are about to show you, you may not necessarily be able to tell which ones are from Young Fives and which ones are from kindergarten. Both grade levels are very different as far as how the day is structured. However, both provide loving, playful learning environments where each child will thrive. As a Young Fives teacher, I'm often asked, what is Young Fives? Young Fives is similar to kindergarten in that it is 5 days a week, all day. We spend a great deal of time working with children in the area of social and emotional growth. The time we spend engaged in this area of learning will help your child become better prepared for kindergarten the following year. We focus on building life skills like caring, sharing, turn-taking, and learning how to be a friend. Children become more independent and learn just how capable they truly are. We play often and grow our language skills and motor skills. We explore and discover. We watch as the world around us seems to grow. Your child's passions will help to guide our learning. Young Fives also has an academic side. We work on early literacy skills and math development. These pictures represent some of those big ideas. Children discovering their breath as the cold weather comes, or finding India on a map when a child wants to find out where a grandparent lives. Young Fives is the perfect bridge between preschool and kindergarten.
Now that Michelle has told us more about Young Fives, I'm going to talk about some of the amazing things that happen in kindergarten. The skills children gain in Young Fives or other preschool experiences help them as they enter kindergarten. As young children develop, they change rapidly. It is amazing how much can change in a year. Children's social and emotional skills continue to grow as they are a part of a school community. While social and emotional development is a focus in kindergarten, we want children to begin applying these skills as they engage in learning in our kindergarten classrooms. They are often able to do this with more ease if they have had previous experience. In kindergarten, we take their eagerness to explore and discover and learn how to record that thinking on paper, or eventually read a book that interests us. Our language skills will grow as we engage in conversations as a class and with a different partner across all areas of learning. Turning and talking to someone during learning times gives children experience expressing their ideas and listening to the ideas of others. Kindergarten students gain more independence when they have multiple opportunities to share and problem solve together. These pictures represent kindergarten students in a variety of learning experiences, from creating a poster, to developing a strong sense of number, to writing, and playing in the classroom post office. Fine motor skills are fostered through these experiences and will grow so that children can hold a pencil and record their thinking on paper. Listening with a group and following along for growing periods of time are all part of kindergarten as their stamina increases throughout the year.
Some ask, why is there such a great emphasis on play? Purposeful play is not something we do when work is done. Play is the way we work. Play allows children to make meaning out of their experiences. Children are negotiating, problem-solving, turn-taking, and working as a team. During play, language and vocabulary grows. Motor skills are elevated. Feelings and emotions are strong. They are choosing to do something important to them. Play is often where the greatest part of learning takes place. The difference in young fives versus kindergarten is how we structure our play. In young fives, there are typically 2 outdoor recess times and at least 1 hour of uninterrupted, purposeful playtime each day. Our introductions into academics are all playful as well. We play games, we sing, we read, we move, we explore. In kindergarten, learning is also playful. There will be 1 to 2 recess times. There will be learning workshops along with a purposeful play block. That workshop time allows for learning in playful, more structured ways. Play is very much a part of the academic day. These are some ways you might see play in a young fives or kindergarten classroom. Take a look at these photographs. Literacy skills may grow when they're opening up a pizza shop and create a sign for their restaurant. Math skills will grow when children count how many slices they have sold. Motor skills sharpen when they manipulate and count pop beads. Social skills are necessary as they try to make sure it is long enough to fit their friends into.
Many families wonder, what will my child experience when they begin school? We make sure our environments are engaging and ready to explore. There are whole group and small group opportunities, as well as time to rest and recharge. In young fives, a great deal of time is spent practicing how to be thinkers, leaders, friends, and capable learners. Children learn how to make choices that are important to them. They share stories with each other, they sing, dance, and experience the nature that surrounds them. They read together daily. Children will work in large and small groups to strengthen motor skills, build number sense, and explore literacy skills. They are artists, musicians, scientists, among many other titles. Their passions help guide their learning. You can see children building cities with blocks and applying beginning writing skills to create a map. In kindergarten, our emphasis is on relationship building through class meeting times. We learn that we are a part of a community that takes care of each other. There is a strong literacy focus. We are reading, discussing, and questioning fiction and informational books. We're choosing books we are interested in reading that are just right for us. We tell stories and we put them to paper and we become authors. We are engaging in math and science concepts by working with partners to explore open-ended questions or play a game that supports the next step in our learning. We are also having conversations to build our ideas together. And we are practicing our newfound skills in so many different ways so that our confidence grows.
Sometimes people wonder, how will my child be challenged in young fives? Family members might come to us and say, my child already knows this skill or that skill. Our focus in Young Fives begins with the whole child in mind. Each child is unique, and we celebrate each child for where she or he is in their learning journey. Our goal is to help each child find their spark for learning. We want each one to feel safe at school and confident enough to take risks. For some, the learning goals may look more social or emotional. For others, it might look more academic. That's the gift of Young Fives. There will be time to explore it all. There will be time spent learning how to name and explore feelings. At the same time, we might be working with a child who wants to be brave enough to speak in front of others. We have some who are always looking for the next academic challenge. Some may be working to read a favorite story all on their own, and others who are planning and building rocket ships. We want to help these children figure out who they are as learners. We will try to help them follow their passions through play-based discovery.
How will my child be challenged? In kindergarten, we use a variety of instructional practices, like teaching a mini lesson, giving students time to practice skills, and then coming together to talk about our learning and make sense of it. We model every day. I do this as a teacher, and our students have opportunities to show what they know as well. We are able to give students different tasks based on their own level of understanding. We create opportunities for the purpose of providing challenges, such as using open-ended questions. Working in partnerships and groups challenges children's language skills and gives opportunities for them to learn how to form a common understanding. Learning for the first time how to communicate thinking in writing is challenging in kindergarten. Writing is happening across our day and is developed during reading, math, and science as well. You can see pictures of students engaged in math and science. We can meet children wherever they are in their development because our groups or partnerships can focus on different skills.
So what are the year-end goals for Young Fives? Every child is different. Although we have specific goals for all of our students, we know that young children develop at different times and at their own pace. In Young Fives, we want each and every child to feel safe, loved, valued, and respected. We want them to feel like school is going to be a place they can take risks. We want them to love learning so much that they will miss being at school during the summer and eagerly look forward to coming back in the fall. We want each to feel like capable, confident risk takers who identify themselves in so many ways. We want them to feel ready. We want them to feel like their foundation is set. They will head to kindergarten having been exposed to fine arts, academics, and nature. They will head to kindergarten with established friendships and an I can mentality.
What are the year-end goals for kindergarten? When they leave kindergarten, we want students to love school, feel valued and connected, and be growing as readers, writers, and mathematicians. We want them to feel confident in practicing reading and writing across any area of learning. We want each child to have experienced a strong sense of classroom community and had frequent opportunities to apply essential social skills. Our goal is for them to identify themselves as capable little people, ready to take on challenges and know that they can figure out how things work in the world around them. Now, let's take a look at what the real experts have to say about Young Fives in kindergarten.
Hi guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about Young Fives. The first question I want to ask both of you is, what's your favorite part of the day?
Everything.
Everything. You just like everything? All right. And what's your favorite part of the day?
I'm going to make a book at the next play workshop, and I also like playing with Piper and Claire.
And what are you guys learning about in class right now?
Penguins.
What do you know about penguins?
They do not have teeth. They have wings, but they don't fly with them. They swim with them. It's kind of like they swim with them. But I do know one more thing, and it's sometimes to like speed up down into the water. They're graceful divers. It's just like they like spin a little bit.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about Young Fives. Tell me right now, what's your favorite part of the day?
Snack.
Why do you love snack?
Because you get to eat, and when you're starving, it's the greatest part.
All right. What about you?
Recess.
Recess? Why recess?
Because we get to play out there.
You get to play outside. What are you learning right now?
Penguins.
Penguins. What do you know about penguins?
They waddle.
They waddle. What else? They swim.
On their belly.
They go on their bellies. What do you like about being a kinder cub?
We get to play outside.
You like to play outside? What do you like about being a kinder cub?
Playing outside.
Playing outside too? Thanks, guys.
We're going to talk about kindergarten. My first question is, what is your favorite part of the day?
My favorite part is reading workshop
Why do you like that?
because some of the books are fun.
Okay. What's your favorite part of the day?
My favorite part of the day is recess
Huh?
because we could play with each other.
Okay. And the second question is, what are you learning about?
We're learning synergizing,
Oh, what does that mean?
working together.
Oh, okay.
And we're learning about solving tricky words at math time.
Okay. Thank you. My first question that I have is, what is your favorite part of the day?
Choice time,
Why is choice time your favorite?
and because I love to play.
Okay.
Math because I like to do plus.
Okay. And what are you learning about right now?
Like how to read, like to solve tricky words,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
to think of the pattern in pattern books.
Okay.
How to do math
Okay.
and how to do plus signs, like one, I know how to do plus 100, like 100 equals 100 equals 200.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Weren't those fantastic videos? Now I would like to walk through this comparison chart as it highlights similarities and differences between young fives and kindergarten taught face-to-face in our buildings. As you can see, the length of the day is the same. Children attend school for 7 hours a day in both programs. Class sizes are smaller in our young five classrooms, ranging from 18 to 22 students, where kindergarten does expand up to 26 students. Both are taught by a certified teacher. Instructional aid supports both classrooms with less time in the kindergarten classroom. All children receive equal time with our co-curricular teachers, which are music, art, physical education, and Spanish. Lunch can be purchased for all classrooms with hot and cold options. It is our hope that Young Fives will be offered at all elementary sites. Kindergarten is offered at all elementary buildings. Bus transportation is provided for all grade levels, right as well as before and after school childcare. When children complete Young Fives, they enter kindergarten the next year. When children complete kindergarten, the next step is first grade. Clarkson Community Schools also offers a virtual option for our Young Fives through grade 12. For Young Fives in kindergarten, our students engage in an online learning platform called Lincoln Learning, where a Clarkson teacher supports students virtually and will engage with our students in small groups. Clarkson virtual students follow state standards, just like our face-to-face students. Clarkson Virtual does offer our students and families flexibility in their learning environments. For more information, please contact our Clarkson Virtual Administrator, Ken Jansarek. I would now like to introduce Tina Moyles, our Pupil Accounting Manager. Tina will explain our enrollment and registration process.
Thank you, Nancy. I'm going to take just a few minutes to touch on some of our key registration requirements. We now have online registration. Please visit the enrollment homepage on our district website to enroll your student. Registration for the 21-22 school year will begin on Wednesday, February 17th. Be sure to enroll before the Young 5 and kindergarten orientations start in late April. Processing of enrollments may take longer than the normal 2 to 3 days, as we anticipate receiving several enrollments. Please look for an email verifying your enrollment has been processed and accepted. For special circumstances only, parents can call the administration office to schedule an in-person appointment located at Clarkston's administration office on Clarkston Road. Please refer to the enrollment requirements on the district website for the required documentation needed to process your student's online registration. Gather all paperwork prior to starting the online registration. This will make the enrollment process much faster. Please note, it is important that the supporting documents required for residency must show the parent or guardian's name, address, and be dated within the last 30 days. Once the online registration is completed and all supporting documentation has been uploaded, be sure to review all data entered and submit your registration. If submit is not clicked, the registration will not be received for review and acceptance. Because we truly value the importance of your time, you must provide all required documentation at the time you submit your registration. This will avoid your enrollment being reactivated or denied. We encourage you to have your student's vision screening when processing your online registration. We do understand that vision screening may not happen until after you have enrolled your student. That's okay. Just keep in mind that vision screening must be turned in to your child's school prior to the first day of school. To avoid your registration not being processed, be sure to upload your student's current immunizations during your enrollment registration, even if they are still in need of future vaccinations. However, in order to begin school, students must either be up to date or have a current certified waiver on file with us prior to the first day of school. For any questions regarding enrollment, please feel free to call the main number of the administration office. Again, please visit the enrollment homepage of our district website at www.clarkston.k12.mi.us/enroll for all enrollment information and to begin your online registration.
Clarkson does offer childcare before and after school at every elementary building. Our program is called Kids Connection. It is a licensed program that provides a safe and positive environment for children in young 5s through 5th grade. Kids Connection opens at 6:45 a.m. until school begins and is also open at the end of the day until 6 p.m. Our Kids Connection office phone number is 248-623-4350. Please call with any questions. Registration for Kids Connection will begin June 1st and will be completed online. And this information can be found on our website. Families, we would like to give you some ideas for what you can do starting today to help your children enter our schools with a love for learning. These are easy, doable things that will help encourage your child to think, communicate, and build confidence. The first are 3 simple questions you can ask your child when having a conversation. These questions embrace the ideas of see, think, and wonder. When you are driving around, ask your child what he or she sees and then talk about it. Maybe it's a red stop sign. Maybe it's smoke coming out of a chimney. Or maybe it's snow blowing around on a ski hill. Talk about what your child sees. This encourages him or her to take notice of their surroundings. Next is the idea of think. Here's an example. When you are mixing 2 colors of paint, ask your child what color he or she thinks will appear. Or when building with blocks, ask what you think will happen if you remove a piece. Asking thinking questions invites your child to make predictions, and this is a great skill for children. And last is the idea of wonder. Wondering helps children create and expands their imagination. Now you can be silly here, families, with your modeling. Say things like, I wonder what it would be like to be a caterpillar and have 100 legs. Or I wonder what makes a rainbow so beautiful in the sky. And then talk about it. These are great ways to help learning grow, starting right now. Next, I would like to introduce Megan Burkett Brazier, our literacy coordinator for elementary education. Megan has an incredible passion for early literacy and will share ideas for you to help build a love for reading right now with your child.
Hello, thank you for joining us today. As Nancy said, I am the Clarkson Schools Elementary Literacy Coordinator. I am also a former kindergarten teacher, and most importantly, I'm a parent of 2 amazing children. My oldest is a 2nd grader who blossomed by taking part in both the Young Fives and kindergarten programs here in Clarkston. My youngest is in preschool and will be entering Young Fives this year alongside many of your children. So often we are asked, how can I best support my child at home? The first thing we recommend is to talk to your child, a lot. Talk while your son or daughter is playing, sit down on the floor and build, play house, color, pretend. Talk when you're on your way to soccer or dance. Talk when you're in the grocery store. Talk while you are filling up your car with gas and during family meals. Talk a lot. Encourage your child to look at you, respond, and take turns speaking. These may seem like little things, but they'll make a huge difference. Also, encourage your child to write. Not formally, but honor the scribbles that she puts on the paper when you encourage her to write a list or a card to grandma. Ask your child to read you his writing and praise him for his efforts. Call him a writer. Talk about how you use writing in your own life. How, for example, making a list helps you remember things. And finally, read. Read more often than you think you should. Put books all over the place. Have them in the back seat and in your bag to pull out when you're waiting at the doctor's office. Also, let your child see you reading print, not just your phone or device. Finally, make reading a routine, just like brushing your teeth. Research is clear. One of the best predictors of success in 11th grade is the number of books that were read to kids between birth and age 6. Reading to your child is a necessity. As you're reading aloud, you're laying a strong foundation for your child's growth as a reader. You're modeling how books and print work. You're growing your child's language skills. You're helping your child understand important concepts about reading, the correlation between letters and sounds, rhyming, book language. Each of these is critical to learning to read. And to help grow your child's excitement about reading, you and your child will soon receive a picture book from Clarkson Schools. We hope you and your child will love this fun story. We encourage you to read it again and again. Repeated readings of the same book will enable your child to read this book in his or her own 4-year-old way, and will indeed be a reader. More information about getting this book will be coming out soon. Today we talked about the importance of talking to your child, encouraging your child to write, and establishing a routine for reading. Focusing on these 3 things will help your child be ready for the next steps. Thank you for your partnership, and welcome to Clarkson Schools.
And lastly, parents, I want to ask you not to worry. I guarantee your child will be loved and make friends in school. We want school to be a place your child looks forward to attending each and every day. Always honor the effort. If your child comes out of their bedroom ready for school and their clothes don't match, I ask you to ignore it. Compliment your child on their independence and simply honor their effort. It's amazing how fast a brain can grow with new experiences. These can be very small moments. Families, take your child for a walk in nature and step into a pond barefoot. Bake a recipe together. Drive to a city and take notice of very tall buildings. These new experiences grow your child's brain. And next, it is important to offer your child choice. This builds confidence. You can simply ask your son or daughter if they would like corn or green beans for dinner. Or at a playground, simply ask them, do you want to play on the slide or the swing set? These are easy tips that will have a big impact on their learning journey. And don't worry, we will love your child every step of the way. We look forward to partnering with you. Together, we will give your child the roots to grow and the wings to fly. Families, here are your next steps. Beginning on February 17th, complete the online enrollment. We will take in-person appointments through our pupil accounting office for special circumstances. We encourage you to speak to your homeschool building principal if you have any questions.